Okay. All right, now we've got a 18 gauge steel. I know it doesn't look like steel. It's got a finish on it. They just kind of gave it a brass color finish to make it look like bronze, but you can see the rusting here. This is actually 18 gauge steel. So we're gonna try that with a windlass flanged mace. All right, let's see, maybe I'll go right in the middle of the face and see what happens. All right. Yeah, I may start going ape shit like you did. All right, here we go. Yeah, that dented it right into the face. That would not be, well, that's what a mace is gonna do. That's what it's supposed to do. Exactly, smash your helmet into your face so that you're not very effective fighting back. So let's do a little bit more of that. That was part of the helmet. That they actually had this pinned into place here and probably tack welded, so this is not very useful anymore.
Do you think this is how secret helmets were invented?
That could be.
It snapped off and then they're like, well, fuck it, this is what I got.
Yeah, so you deal with what you got. All right, here we go. All right, now you can see we've actually split the helmet here. That's probably a spot where they had the weld. This here, it actually cracked, split the steel itself. So, yeah, 18 gauge steel, no match for a mace. See if we can just split it in half.
Wow.
All right, let's get a look at that.
Jeez. It's a bad day.
Yeah.
So bad.
And I'm not even doing super crazy swings here. I'm not
Right.
the strongest guy in the world here. I'm just kind of swinging this single-handedly with a little bit of force behind it, and that's enough to do this to 16 gauge.
Damn.
So-
Imagine that on a poleaxe.
Yeah. Again, 16 gauge, no match to a mace. Let's or that actually 18 gauge. Sorry. Let's move up to 16 gauge.
Let's do it.
And see what that does. We could give it a shot with something basic like the stick.
Sure.
Try the edge, and then we'll move up to something heavy.
This is a 30-inch ash pole, right?
Yeah.
30 inches. Of
Yeah.
aim.
Just regular ash.
Big pole.
It is baseball season, right? At the end of it.
That's a lot. Where are you guys standing at? I don't want wood chips to get everywhere. All right, I'm gonna go forehand number one. Watch it, because this might bounce back with the splinters. You ready?
Yeah.
I dented it. That's 45 degrees right there. That's diagonal number one.
Damn.
But would it?
That's 16 gauge steel too.
Now would that have? I don't know. I think the arming cap would have saved him.
Yeah, it'd give him a headache.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's not going to kill you like the other ones.
Oh, dude, you bring in your bell.
Yeah.
Imagine that being your alarm clock.
But now let's use it against what it's supposed to be used against. An actual sharp sword here.
I don't want to hit you more. I'll go
You're going reverse?
too. I'll go reverse too. Crease the hell out of it. Alright. You ready?
Yep.
I'm gonna go backhand horizontal, so. I cut into the helmet on that one.
Holy shit.
So what is
Wow.
your opinion now on people relying on armor over skill set?
Well, yeah. Yeah, definitely develop your skills, and armor is definitely secondary.
Yeah, it seems like this is more of like, you don't see it coming.
Yeah.
You can't protect yourself.
It's going to help you against a stray shot. Glancing blows, obviously. And I mean, realistically, in a real battle, he's going to be moving around, so it's
Right.
going to be a lot harder to get a dead-on shot like that.
Exactly.
The round shapes and everything, it's going to glance off a lot of the blows, so it serves its purpose. But I mean, you get a dead shot in the middle of your skull with anybody who's got a decent weapon like a
falchion.
like a falchion with some weight behind it, you're going to have a lot of trouble.
Do you know what's so crazy about this is like the edge is barely rolled on.
Yeah,
this
I
at
don't
all.
know if this is so much a video of how easy it is to damage armor or how good this falchion is, because this is pretty impressive.
Dude, there's just little pieces of it on there. That's so fun.
You know what? I think for comparison, we should get out the katana.
Hell yeah, we should.
Yeah. All right, let's do it. I do not expect this to survive as well as the falchion, to be honest.
Dude, this is crazy. I only cut water bottles with this, and I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's pretty good. Not knowing. This fucking thing.
Here we go. This is going to be actually pretty stupid to do, but we're going to do it anyway. What we've got here is a Ronin Dojo Pro katana that they gave to us for testing purposes. So, actually, no, this is not the Ronin. You know what this is? This is,
Iron Tiger.
yeah, this is actually an iron tiger. Oh my God. It's out here, so we're going to do it. But this is actually the Iron Tiger Forge laminated Social Kite blade. Okay, this is like an $800 katana, and I'm going to go and completely destroy it now. All right, this is more of a test than we planned, but we're going to do it. Okay.
I didn't pick that out either.
It was an accident, quite honestly. All right, here we go. Wow. Yeah, watch out. This could be dangerous.
I'm on.
All right, I am not a katana expert, so don't critique my swings too much here. I'm just bashing crap. Okay, here we go.
Damn.
That put a big gouge in it. Let's see what it did to the sword while we're at it. Actually, I don't see any discernible damage whatsoever.
Is the Hammond line still there?
Yeah, look, you can see the lamination line. You can see the Hammond. And
Wow.
I don't see actually a dent in this edge. I don't know if you guys can see that at all. And this is a completely idiotic thing to do with a katana. I mean, let's be honest.
Somebody's got to do it.
Don't ever do this. With anything. If you buy this from us and do that, you obviously don't call us to try and return it. That's your own problem. All right, here we go. I'm going to try and do a little bit more of a down cut onto this. All right.
Oh, that was your cap.
Oh yeah, we did.
Holy shit.
We did shock off the end of the cap at the end of this handle here,
So
which, to be fair, this was actually already loose. That's why we had pulled this aside.
So that's how much science we're getting on here right now is like all that vibration from the top of the weapon,
yeah.
all the way to the bottom of the pommel
That's
cap.
actually another good thing to mention. A lot of people don't realize it, but when you hit anything that you can't cut through, all the force of your blow travels all the way down into the pommel, and that's where you end up having the most trouble. It's the same with European swords. You start to have your peen loosen up, or you can start damaging the tang down here where it connects to the pommel. So a good rule of thumb is really to never try and cut through something that you can't cut through in one shot, unless you're using like an axe or something made for the purpose. Katana, absolutely not made for that purpose, but we'll keep doing it anyway. As long as our grip holds up, yeah, we'll give it another shot. Okay, here we go. All right, I think it's pretty clear from this, we're not going to be able to penetrate a 16 gauge steel helmet with a katana, at least not with this one. Actually, not with any of them, to be honest. You're not going to be able to do it. The edge is just too thin. We did manage to damage the edge on that one. I've got a dent here in the edge, if you guys can see that. Which is what I would expect to happen, although I expected it to happen sooner. All right, so let's move up to something actually designed to deal damage to 16 gauge steel.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Watch out for the head in case it comes
I'm
off.
gonna go
Yeah.
crack.
It could come flying back.
It could be.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Get a
sturdy,
wider
but
shot on this.
If we break the wood, it's gonna go flying.
Yeah, good. Get a wider shot on this. Can you stand over
Yeah, I'm
here?
getting out of the way.
Just let me know when you're ready.
Good. Something shattered off of it.
What did we lose? Did
Maybe
we
it-
lose a stud off of it?
No. Oh yeah, we did. The stud came out.
Oh yeah,
So
okay.
we can't use this anymore.
Well, is that just decorative or is that actually holding
I
it?
think it's holding it on.
We lost a rivet.
Yeah. Yeah, if I swing,
Loose.
I don't
All
want
right.
to. I don't want to risk with the cameras and
Okay.
everything.
All right, yeah, so what we did here, oh yeah, it's starting to loosen up.
Yeah.
Basically, we popped out one of the brass rivets here that's helping secure this thing, snapped it. So we're gonna be moving on to a different weapon so that we are not risking anything. We'll go on to the maces.
This?
Yeah, we gotta tell them.
You see this? You see what this is? This is the windless Italian, windless German mace. It looks like the Italian mace. I
That's
had a-
the other one we got.
Yeah.
The Italians.
The,
over
the
there.
Italian one looks like this. Kind of more rounded. The tips on it. This one is a little bit more penetrating power. Let me put my money where my mouth is. Damn. I went through the helmet. Wow. So you can see from the shape of that, it literally went directly into there. Looks like a staple.
Wow, that's nice.
Your staple, your head staple
Wow.
shut.
Yep, there you go. That's what a mace is for,
Yeah.
specifically.
So I just got some paint chipping on this. I mean, you're not gonna. What's gonna really break a weapon like this?
That's a good question. I mean, these are not indestructible. They do have hollow halves on these.
Yeah.
Your biggest issue on this is if you hit too much on the haft.
Okay.
You know, as long as you're hitting on the head, you're almost good to go for anything. But too much damage onto the haft, if you start to bend this, you're
Yeah.
going to weaken it, and it can pop.
It may snap.
A lot of people seem to think that maces did not have hollow halves, but that's actually not the case. There are a lot of examples with both hollow halves and solid halves in existence. What makes this strong is that it's actually faceted rather than just a smooth cylinder.
Oh.
So yeah, it's a lot more durable than you would expect for a hollow haft. It's actually also rather thick.
Yeah.
So it's stronger than you'd anticipate.
Cool. I'm gonna hit it one
Yeah,
more time.
give it another
Let's
shot.
do it.